talking about.
Put this up.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
Am I still close?
You good. Okay, so the water cycle describes the movement of water throughout Earth's surface and atmosphere and underground. Water is consistently moving from one place to another through the process of evaporation, precipitation, transpiration, condensation, and runoff. We haven't really talked about runoff, but we talked about collection. Do y'all remember what is examples of collection?
Yeah.
Collection. Remember? Look at the board. Collection.
Water.
Yeah.
What type of water?
Air.
River water.
Rain.
Air. That's something else. River.
Ocean.
Oceans.
Lake.
Lakes.
River. Sea.
River, seas, ponds. Out of that. Those are yes, oceans. Those are examples of collection. Okay? So the water in the water cycle can exist as what? What can the water consist of? The three states. The three states of water. Taylor.
United States.
No.
Gas.
Gas.
Liquid.
Liquid.
Solid.
Solid. Name all three for me. Name all three. No? Name all three.
Liquid, solid, gas.
Liquid, solid, and gas. Give me some examples of some liquids. She pointing at the spray bottle.
Oh, ice.
No, we on
Water.
liquid. Water.
Solid. Juice.
Juice.
Soda. Milk.
Soda. Milk. All right, solids. Name me some examples of some solids.
Ice.
Ice.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Snow.
Snow. Death.
Icicles.
Who?
Icicles.
Icicles, yeah. So when the icicles melt, they turn to what?
Liquids.
A liquid. A liquid. All right, so last. Give me some examples of some gas.
Air.
Air.
Steam.
Who?
Cloud.
Steam. Who?
Cloud.
A cloud. Good job. Good job. All right, so the sun is the driving force of the water cycle. Remember that. The water cycle can't happen without the sun, okay? Without the heat. All right? Water is a resource that cannot be created by humans. We can't create it. Okay? It just exists. Okay? Water changes from one state to another. What that means is it can go from a solid to a liquid or a liquid to a solid, and it can even go from a liquid to a gas. Give me an example from a liquid to a gas. Yeah, that's a type of gas. You said it. Steam. Steam is an example of it going from a liquid to a gas. Steam. Good job. All right. About 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. That's the majority of the world. Y'all can look at the globe over there, and all you see is blue. What about the ball at? All you see is blue. You see more blue than you see land.
I see more blue, because that's water.
That's the land, the lines for longitude and latitude. Okay? Just 70% of the world is water. Okay? All right, so water is important, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. When water evaporates into the atmosphere, it cools and condenses to form clouds through a process called condensation. So right here we have a picture of the water cycle, which we have condensation, precipitation, collection, evaporation. Repeat after me. Condensation.
Condensation.
Precipitation.
Precipitation.
Collection. Evaporation.
Evaporation.
All right. Who knows? What's the time?
4 minutes.
4. Okay. We talked about evaporation. So as you can see, it starts out with the condensation and then the precipitation. Give me some examples of look, I can't even talk. Precipitation.
Water.
Not just any water. What's this?
Rain.
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 What else?
A cloud. Ocean.
Uh-uh.
Ocean.
Precipitation is what comes from the clouds.
Gas.
So what comes from the clouds besides rain?
Gas. Liquid.
What type of water? Yeah, it's a liquid. Yes, well, what those liquid and solids. It can be some solids that comes from the clouds,
Like
Like
snow.
snow.
like snow. So you got rain, snow, sleet, and hail are 4 types of precipitation.
And a hailstorm.
Those are the things, yes, those are the things that falls down from the clouds, okay? They end up in this,
Water.
in the water, or collection. Say collection.
Collection.
They end up in the collection. The collection, as we mentioned, is oceans, lakes, rivers, seas, any body of water, okay? And then this happens. What is this called?
Evaporation.
Evaporation.
When the sun suck up water.
Yes, the sun sucks up the water in a type of form of gas, and it releases and goes up to the cloud to create what again? Condensation. Condensation. So then it starts to cycle all over again. Okay? Any questions? All right. Water is not only stored underground, but it's also stored in ice caps, snow, and glaciers. Y'all remember when we talked about some glaciers in social studies where we seen them in Antarctica, right?
Yes.
Water is constantly being recycled, so the water you drink today could be the same water dinosaurs drank million years ago. And I want to add on to you that the water that evaporates from the oceans is only the top layer. The ocean is so big and so deep, we will never have to worry about it running out. Okay? Like, the ocean is deep. And so the water that's being evaporated is only the water that's on top, the surface water. Okay? So we don't have to worry about that being, the heat, the sun shining. So, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. When the clouds get too heavy from collecting water, they release it through the process called precipitation. All right. After water falls during precipitation, it either becomes a body of water, lake, an ocean, or it seeps into the ground. Okay. Only about 3% of the water on Earth is fresh water. That's the water that we can drink. So out of 70% of the water that's on this world,
On Earth.
only 3% of this water is drinkable. Okay, the other part of the water we can't. Yeah,
We can't drink.
Water. No.
we can't drink that. We can't drink out of the water.
Salt water.
No, we drink fresh water.
Come out the what?
Come out springs and stuff, but not. It's a process to it. Yeah, we don't just go out and get water out the ocean and just drink it. Right. You know how many animals?
There's jars in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trash too. And dead animals.
All of the above. So yes, that water's not just too much. I mean, y'all don't drink your bath water, do you?
No.
No.
Okay then. Okay, so just because it's water don't mean it's drinkable.
I drank out of faucet water.
I done drunk out of a faucet before,
Man, I have to.
but you're not gonna drink out, your bathtub, and you ain't gonna just go out and dip in the cup in the ditch and drink it or nothing like that. So it's only 3% of the world's water is fresh water for us to drink. It's drinkable water. It's clean, safe water, okay?
And fresh.
And fresh. So a lot of this water we just can't drink. We gotta save it for the animals. It's a whole nother world of creatures and animals that stays in the water that need protection. So we don't wanna drink that water. Do y'all have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so the water in the sea, is that a solid or is that the liquid?
Solid.
Liquid. Okay. Evaporation happens when the liquid water gets cold.
Solid.
Is that a true? I think that's a true or false.
True. Oh, true. No, false.
Evaporation happens when the
True.
water liquid gets cold.
It's false.
Yeah.
No, true. Yes.
Evaporation happens when liquid water gets cold. It's true. Remember earlier when we did it, we said the water. Wait a minute, I gotta find it. Oh, the water in the clouds is in the gas. It gets cold and the water changes to liquid. When that happens, it starts to rain. So yes, it's true. Evaporation happens when liquid water. Yes. Precipitation. No, that's not. Evaporation happens when the liquid water gets cold. Evaporation can happen when it gets hot. Sorry, that's false.
False.
Precipitation happens when the water in the clouds get cold. What is that? This is the one I was confusing it with. That's true. That's true. Okay. Any questions? None. So before we leave, what are the 4 cycles of water?
Sun.
Mm-mm.
Solid.
Air.
That's the 3 gases. I mean, not the 3 gases, the 3 states of water. I said, what is the 4 water cycle? What is the water cycle? Condensation. What you say? Evaporation.
Condensation.
And precipitation.
And condensation.
And collection.
Oh, I just say collection.
Y'all trying. That's good. I wanted y'all to try to pronounce the words. So let's repeat after me. Condensation.
Condensation.
Precipitation. Evaporation.
Evaporation.
Collection.
Collection.
Y'all just did a whole rap. Y'all some rappers now. Alright, that's the end of that.